All right, we are in the kitchen this morning making some old favorites, but a little bit healthier. Interesting take on a ham and cheese. Amy Ott is from Klosterman's Baking Company. She joins us this morning with some tips and a lunch recipe that you can start actually the night before. We have the finished product, which you made very early this morning.
Yes.
And then the product in progress, which you're doing quite well at. It's basically a ham and cheese. What do you call it?
Ham and cheese strata.
Ham and cheese strata, because of all the layers, right?
Correct,
Okay.
and it's a great recipe to use leftover bread.
Oh, okay.
Or buns.
All the ingredients here in front of us are in some way low-cal or light, right?
Yes, they all add a healthful benefit to this recipe. So we're starting with 100% whole wheat bread, which has really good fiber content. And we're going to make, essentially for this recipe, for a 9x13 pan, you make 6 double-decker sandwiches and you quarter them.
Okay, cool.
So we have thinly sliced cheese, which is great to cut back on the calories.
That's the pepper jack.
Yes.
My favorite. Okay.
Mine too.
Good choice. All right.
And we have a mustard mayo spread. We're using a light mayo in the spread. And
much better than just the regular old mayo that they slather on
correct.
at the restaurants, right?
Yes. And you put that on the center. And you can use shredded cheese, which is a great way to reduce calories too, because you can control the amount that you put onto your bread. And
more ham.
More ham.
Lean ham, right?
Yes, and you can use a lower sodium ham as well.
Okay.
And then a little bit more cheese. And then you put this on top.
The sandwich only looks awesome before you even cook it.
Right.
Okay.
And then you quarter them.
And then they'll end up in here as
Yes.
quarters. See, I'm tempted to kind of eat the quarters before they even go into the oven.
And
What's the oven temperature you want to?
350 degrees,
Okay.
and you bake for about an hour or until the custard is set, which is what we'll mix together next.
Okay.
We have 4 cups of low-fat milk.
All right.
2 cups of.
So you eventually want to put these little quarters into that.
Yeah, into the fill the gap there.
Right there. Okay.
And we have We have a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
I'll stop at 2 there.
Using onion powder, you're fine.
All right.
Onion powder and garlic powder.
Final few seconds. What do? Pour that over the.
Yep.
Okay. And I can help you here.
Okay.
Just pour it right on over.
Yep.
And this is kind of like one of those morning casseroles almost, like a French toast kind of casserole or something like that.
Correct. It's the same idea.
You pour the entire thing in, don't you?
Yes. This is a great recipe to hide vegetables, so you could layer in some spinach.
And it just soaks it right up.
Yep.
I didn't think that would all fit in there, but it did.
Yeah.
Now check out the final product. Chris Mulcahy described this as a divine creation. He was sniffing around over here, which he often does. But that looks awesome, and it's still warm, hot, and the cheese gets melty, and that's your modern-day ham and cheese sandwich, and it's healthier. Amy from Klosterman, thank you so much for coming in. We'll have this recipe on fox45now.com. This is a good one. Just click on Fox 45 in the morning.